Pacific, this is actually the newest article from the Age Property and reported that Roxy Pacific returned to the east with preview of street at Joo Chiat from 2080 per square foot. Now, so this 2080 per square foot, what is the concept of 2080 per square foot? Well, I'm going to use this one as a case study to really share with all of you. Are we able to see opportunity for 2080 per square foot or not? Right, I'm going to, of course, support with the research data. I think that's important because just by talking, I'm sure it's not so obvious or it's not so convinced, right? So I would love to come in with a lot of support data to show all of you, right? Let's study this, right? To study whether is this a good buy or not, 2080 per square foot. Is this a good buy to enter now in today's market or not, right? So this is District 15 freehold new launch and only actually 16 very exclusive unit. So for those people who really love to enjoy exclusivity, I think this is important. This is actually one of the project you can consider, right? Very beautiful facade in a contemporary Peranakan style, right? And it's by Roxy Pacific. Now, and the location, where's the location? Location is actually at Joo Chiat Place. Oh, and all this area, if you see my cursor, all this area, in fact, is Telok Kurau, Lorong, all the Lorong. It's all the landed property, low-rise area. Of course, there are some small apartment here as well, right? And this project is in between Eunos and Kemangan MRT. So according to the developer information here, it takes about 12 minutes to walk to Eunos MRT, and there's a bus stop actually outside the project, right? The bus will take you to the Eunos MRT as well. If you don't want to walk for the 12 minutes, you are able to take a bus, go straight to the Eunos interchange. I think it's quite convenient. Yeah, so this part, in fact, is actually the quieter of the Joo Chiat area, right? This is more activities in this area. Yeah, so this is the quieter part, separated by the steel road, and we are actually straight at Joo Chiat is actually quite close to the Siglap Park connector. So once you head up Telok Kurau Park, you are able to go to the park connector, and this park connector will bring you to the East Coast Park, which is quite convenient, right? Eateries, all these are around the area. It's very easily accessible in terms of wet market eatery as well, right? And of course, this is the 16 units. They only come with a 3-bedroom onwards. So this project don't have 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom. So it starts from 3 plus a D, 990 square feet, 3 plus guest, 1, 2, then 4 bedroom, and the 5 bedroom. Now it's 4 unit each type. Now total got 16 units served by 2 lifts. So it's quite convenient. It's very, very exclusive, right? And you can see it's a low-rise up to 5-story, and on the 6-story will be the facilities. Then we can see swimming pool, lap pool here. Of course, it's not a full lap pool. Then we got the barbecue and the outdoor gym area. Also, they will have some facilities, right? Though it's a small project lah. Yeah, so this is how the project actually configured. First floor will be the covered shelter, car park, right? Then second floor, third floor, fourth floor, fifth floor. Yeah, we don't have the duplex, which I think is very good because everything will be in single floor plate, right? This is how the show flat looks like. I think this is one of the very beautiful show flat that I've come across. Yeah, so a lot of people actually seen. For those agents that came in to see in the past few days, everybody said that this show flat is done up very nicely, right? Beautifully, and the equipment or the fittings, the provision that they give are of high standards, right? The theme is actually in contemporary Peranakan, right? So it's one of the very unique project in the area lah, right? You can see the kitchen is quite spacious with all the wall tiles at the wall, and the big window here for ventilation, and there's a glass for you to see through to the living area. So everything are very bright and busy with a big window. Equipment wise is very good. Right, the toilet, very Peranagan feel. Already they put in a lot of pots. Yeah, so if you have not seen the show flat, definitely I will strongly encourage you all to come down and take a look. Even though if you have no intention to buy, also never mind. Come and take a look. Build show flat is very unique in a way. It's unlike a lot of the development that you have seen in the market today. Right, it's very unique in a way. Yeah, and the school is all here. Right, 1 kilometer we have 8 girls, CHIJ Katong Primary. These are within 1 click, and within 2 click you have all this school. So there are plenty of primary school in this vicinity, right? So I think it is actually quite a suitable area for family to stay because the floor plate is quite big. The room size are very good as well, right? And I'm going to go through this quickly before we do a review on whether this is okay or not. I'm going to use this one as a case study. Yeah, but before that, I just want to draw your attention to this 5-bedroom. Because for a freehold 5-bedroom in Joo Chiat or in East Coast, is actually quite rare. Especially, it's actually a single floor plate. And the bedroom size are all pretty good. They are able to put a queen size bed in all the bedroom. This one comes with 3 toilets, 3 bathrooms. Right, and the layout is actually a landscape layout, and one of the very unique part for this layout is the kitchen. They are able to access from the balcony. I mean, the kitchen and the living room, they are able to walk out to the balcony. Right, so that from a very good ventilation and the lights to come into the kitchen is actually very good. The 5-bedroom will have a dry kitchen, a wet kitchen, and then of course, all the bedrooms are able to fit a queen size bed. So very minimum circulation areas for this project. This is one of the unique points for Straits at Joo Chiat that I've come across. They really plan in such a way that not so much of the area are being wasted, right? They are being wasted. So when you walk in, you will never feel that the size is this big, right? Compared to the older project, of course, there are a lot of wastage space. Yeah, so this is 5-bedroom, and we also have a 4-bedroom 1227. This one also comes with 3 bathrooms, and all the bedroom size are very good. Minimum circulation area, which is a minimum wastage area, right? This is a 3+ guest. 3+ guests, you are able to walk out from the kitchen to the balcony as well, which is one of the very good features today. Yeah, and this is our show flat unit, 990 square feet. It doesn't feel like one. You will feel like it's more than 1,100 square feet. Why do I say that? Because the wastage space is only here. You can see the number 7. These are the minimum circulation area there. And these are we call the wastage. Normally, this area you can't do anything. This is the entrance to the bedroom. Yeah, so they are able to design in such a way that this part becomes so minimum. That's why all the area will go to the usable area. So this is a very nice layout, and the show flat feature this. So especially you have the kitchen come with a very big panel of glass that you're able to see through. You're able to see into the living room, and that will draw lights with the help of the big panel of window here as well. Right, so very beautifully designed. You should come by to take a look. Even though if you're not buying, you should actually come down and take a look. Yeah, so with this, what call it? Even though they are going at 2,080 per square foot, they give very high-end finishing. Right, Ruka, Banco, Jesse, right, the Fisher and Paykel, the LG, all these are actually good brand in the market, and they have certain standard of quality, right? So the 5-bedroom will come with a wine chiller as well. Yeah, so these are the provision, and the developer, Roxy Pacific Holding, actually they have started in the track record back to 1967. So I think it's a long time developer, and they are also into hotel business, right, in overseas as well. So these are their recent project like Mori, Arena, New at Novena, and 5 Levyshire. So these are the newer project in the market last few years. And This is what I'm trying to show all of you, which is very important. Yeah, you all have to pay attention. I'm going into the District 15 because Strait at Joo Chiat is actually at District 15. So now, just now we see the overall RCR freehold. Now I want to bring you all actually into District 15. So let's look at the D15 resale freehold. Less than 50 units. They are actually performing very well in the last 10 years. I'm talking about resale market. So resale market for smaller projects actually are on par with the big project. We're talking about 37 and 36%. So they are on par, in fact, in the resale market in District 15. Right, looks like the boutique project in District 15 is quite acceptable and it's quite popular as well. Right, that's why in the resale market we have seen a strong growth for this category of project. Also, that is resale market. But if you look at the new sales trend in D15 freehold, those less than 100 units project versus OCR 99 years. Yeah, so these are the gap now. 0.19 last year and now it's 4.84%. And in the 2013, the gap, freehold D15 freehold less than 100 unit boutique project, in fact, is much more expensive compared to OCR 99 years. Now today, you can see OCR 99 years catch up and become more expensive than the D15 freehold boutique. Just 2019, we are talking about a gap of 30.43%. It means D15 freehold more expensive than OCR 99 years in 2019. But today, OCR 99 years become more expensive than D15 boutique. So this is one trend that I really want you to understand. And the next trend is D15 new sales 99 years versus D15 freehold boutique. Right, in 2017, D15 freehold boutique was actually only having a 2.6% gap compared to D15 99 years. But today, D15 99 years, the price actually shot up and we're talking about the gap is 9.4%. If you are buying a D15 99 years, you will have to pay a higher price as compared to a freehold boutique project in D15 today. Right? So of course, I'm not saying you have to buy D15 freehold boutique, but it's just another option. I think it's another option. It's the right timing because of all this are happening. It's the right timing for you to actually look into maybe freehold if you are inspired to own a freehold in District 15. Right? So this is actually the second data that I showed you. And the third set of data, if you compare the D15 small project versus the D15 big freehold project, in fact, the gap actually widened up also. The last time the gap was so wide is in 2019 and in 2008. So these are the 2 years whereby we have experiencing D15 boutique and D15 big project freehold new launch. Their price gap are actually wider apart. These are the 2 years, 2008 and 2019. Of course, today also we're experiencing a big gap. But we want to actually study if the price gap is so wide, is there an advantage for those people who buy a boutique freehold? Because since the price gap are so wide now, back then, is there an advantage for them when they buy into a boutique development? So that's what we are curious to find out tonight. Yeah, and I'm going to draw out the 2008 to 2013. Less than 50 units actually increased by 49.7%, and more than 100 units, the bigger project actually increased by 38.84%. So it looks like when the gap are bigger for the freehold boutique, then we saw a higher increment over the 5 years period from 2008 to 2013. Right, so these are only the overall average. So I'm quite curious. So I actually dive deeper into an individual project just to draw out any project they launch in 2008 and sell in 2013. What kind of margin we are talking about, right? So same thing, I go into some of the research, and of course a lot of data here. So I already done a table for all of you, right? All these are the research, is the real data, and I have done this table for all of you. I think you can take a closest look, right? In D15 year 2008 to 2013, now boutique versus big development. For example, Seafront on Mayor, which is a huge project, 327 units, right? They launched in 2008. This owner purchased at 1482 per square foot, right? And compared to Ivory, which is a very small project, 20 units in D15, right? Costa Esther, 28 units. Mabel, 32 units, right? All these are launched in 2008. All same like Seafront, but the pricing different. 1482 versus 889 versus 995 and 750. We are talking about a gap compared to the big project. We are talking about a gap of 593, 487 and 732 cheaper, right? And they actually sold in 2013 for Seafront. But these two projects, I cannot find any 2013 sales. They sold in January 2014, which is quite close to 2013, or 2014 May, and May 2013. Right, look at the profits. Well, in 5 years' time, it's not a few hundred over thousands profits, but it's also a decent profits because we are only talking about 5 years period. Yeah, and because of the low entry price, and because back then the bigger projects are moving at this kind of rate, whereby you see a price gap of this much here. Right, so eventually 5 years down the road, when they come into the resale market, they do a sales, then you experiencing a different profits compared to the bigger projects. But of course, bigger projects, if they are able to hold longer, I'm talking about only the 5 years. If they start to hold longer, eventually the market will turn up. They will still see a big profits. That's why I'm not saying you can't buy, but it's a different needs. And for those people who want to capitalize, or they want to leverage on the right timing, the right price, and the huge price gap between the big and the small project, maybe these are some of the case study that actually you can take reference with. So this was actually 2008 to 2013. How about other years? The other year is actually 2019 to 2024, whereby you see the big gap between the big and the small project as well, right? So I also pulled out this 2019 and 2024. You can see actually the smaller project, in fact, is actually still performing higher as compared to the bigger project freehold in District 15. Right, so this is also a 5 years study. Well, we bought in 2019, then after that we exit out in 2024, which is a 5 year study. I just want to see, is there an advantage or not? Since the price gap so big, if I buy into the freehold boutique, I am able to save a lot of money. And after saving so much money, am I be able to actually see a better gain as compared to the bigger project? So that was my intention when I tried to find the data. And likewise, I have actually prepared all this data for all of you, right? And I'm going to show you the table, which is actually much easier to see. From 2019 to 2023, Amber Park, for example, 592 units, right? And they actually purchased in 2019. And all the other smaller projects, 16 units, the Ramford, Residence 22, Odell, all these are small boutique freehold projects in D15. And they actually launched about the same timing, 2019. Right, and all these people actually buy at 1557, 1569, 1729, 1726. Compared to, for example, the bigger project is 2484. Yeah. So we are talking about a gap of how much? Oh, this one is very big. You see, the gap is $927 per square foot compared to the big project. $915 per square foot compared to the big project. 758 square foot compared to the big project. Right. So it's like from 758 to 900 over dollar per square foot kind of difference among the big and the small freehold project purchased at the same time in 2019. So right now they sold the unit in 2024, 2023, and see how much the profit the smaller project actually made. Not so bad. We are even seeing a 500 over thousand by buying something cheaper than about 900 over dollar compared to the big one. They actually see a huge profit as compared to the bigger project, right? So is this an opportunity, Well, I actually try my best to look for the same year, so buy and sell same year, so that it will be much more accurate. And that's actually the year whereby the freehold big project, small project, their gap is very big. Yeah. So this one actually shows when the big gap is so big, then you might be able to take advantage because the gap is big. Eventually the gap have to catch up. Because if you are talking about 900 over dollar per square foot, the gap is quite scary. How can be in the same location? What the smaller project actually cost less than 900 over dollar per square foot compared to the big one. Yeah, so this is actually maybe there's an window of opportunity. And if for those people who are able to capture, they might be able to ride on this and leverage on this, and they actually are able to see the right timing, right? So eventually, maybe a better gain for those owners who took action and ride on this wave. Yeah, so this is from 2019 to 2023. The profit is 320, 500 over 1,000, 500 over 1,000, compared to maybe another one that I want to bring you to OCR 99 years, also launched in 2019, so in 2024. This owner made a profit of 285,000. You can see the purchase price PSF is 1633. So 1633 compared to 1557, 15698. The RCR freehold is cheaper than OCR 99 back then still, right? That's why they are able to see a better profit as compared to the OCR 99, because there's a price gap advantage that I want every one of you maybe to observe. So these are some of the case study whereby I think is quite interesting, and it might be able to serve as a reference point for you to make a decision in case if you are coming into the market. Yeah, so that is actually what our intention are. Right, so today D15 bigger freehold project averagely is costing about 2829 per square foot, and the max we are talking about 3016. Now 2829, 3016 is what we are selling now, the bigger project in D15 freehold. Right, this is what you will be expecting to pay. Yeah, and you see the resale market in D15, a boutique development called One Mayor at Mayor Road actually recently done at 2934. So resale market also done at 2934 today. In D15, resale market is 2934. Buyer paid for it. Right, it's already transacted. And 99 years, those new launches hit 2909. You see, live at MB. This is D15 99 years. Transacted 2909, 2869, 2854, buyer already pay, and all this project already fully sold. Right, it's at D15 patent area. Right, so these are the pricing that we are talking about for D15 today. It's 29 something even for 99 years. Yeah, a boutique resale hit 2934 for 1 year. Yeah, and the new big project right now in the market, we are talking about 28 something, 29, and the highest is actually more than $3,000 per square foot. Yeah, so with this in mind, I want to bring all of you back to Straits that you have seen earlier on. The boss of Roxy say that they are going to launch at 2080 per square foot. Compared to what I have shown you earlier on, D15 bigger project, we are expecting a gap of approximately 1,000. And this gap will be widened up when the newer freehold bigger project are launching along the way. It will hit more than 3,000. Right? So this gap will widen up. So today, when you consider a D15 freehold boutique project, you are able to actually save at least $1,000 per square foot compared to if you are going into a bigger project, right? And they are still in the same location, D15. In the boutique project, the floor plan, at times, or most of the time, you can experience a better floor plan, better layout, more windows, that kind of things. Yeah, so this is something that I really want you all to take a look and to think it very carefully. Right, a $1,000 per square foot. Just now, the example, the case study that I show you, we are experiencing about $700 over to $900 over per square foot gap, and the boutique actually 5 years later proved to be appreciated higher as compared to the bigger project. Right now, the gap we are talking about is $1,000 per square foot. So, ladies and gentlemen, all my brother and sister, I don't know whether did you see this as an opportunity or not. I leave it to you. Of course, nobody can guarantee anything, but at least I'm quite certain your risk level is going to bring down to the minimum. You are very safe. That's what I'm trying to say, right? Okay, good. So let's move on. And Straits at Joo Chiat is actually here, even cheaper than the OCR 99 years at 2080. So whether up to you, see whether you see this opportunity or not. I leave it to you. Yeah, my job is just to let you see when the gap are wider, do you stand a better chance? Whether you want to take opportunity or not, I think the one you have to decide for your own. And if you are unsure, go to the agent that invited you here. I'm sure they are able to do a better explanation also, right? Better calculation for you. Yeah. So with this, I just want to share with you, if you are entering into a District 15 now, this is how much people are paying now. In the RCR, OCR, people are paying averagely about 2097. RCR, people are paying about 2535. CCR, people are paying at 3062. This is what currently the new launch market buyers are paying. Yeah, in the future, if they want to sell, all these people, the OCR 99, they will have to maybe easily hit $2,400 per square foot and above. RCR, we are talking about 2,900 PSF next time when they want to sell, right? RCR freehold is more than 3,000 they have to, if they want to sell, with some profits. And CCR 3.4, CCR freehold 3.5. And today, Straits at Joo Chiat, if you enter today, 2080, do you think it's safe for you to exit? No. You just have to sell maybe the OCR 99 years price next time. You already see some good profits along the way. Right. So that's why I say this is one of the timing that allow you to buy a D15 freehold, save $1,000 per square foot, and make your investment or your purchase very safe, right? Because of all these factors that are coming into the market right now. And it's not usual. It's very unusual. That's why some of it happened only 24 years ago and now, right? So it's quite rare to see this kind of situation. Yeah. And what I'm trying to say is, to conclude, I think D15 RCR freehold 2080, in fact, is actually quite a safe bet based on the research data and what have actually happened in the last 2 decades. This 2080 for now, I think it poses an opportunity for every one of you, right? Okay, so just want to conclude what we have find out here. D15 freehold boutique and OCR 99 years price gap closed up. This is a true fact, right? And D15 freehold boutique versus D15 bigger project price gap widen up. This is also a true fact. And it can be as big as $1,000 per square foot, right? And D15 99 years new sales price surpassed D15 freehold boutique. What it mentioned on 99 years in D15 are able to surpass D15 freehold boutique. So do you think eventually this freehold boutique, the price have to catch up on? If you think is yes, then that will be your margin next time, right? So this is in fact a time for you to evaluate the D15 freehold boutique. I mean, in my opinion, of course, please discuss with the agent that you trusted or have invited you. I think they are able to give you a better understanding as well, right? So before that, then I just want to add a little bit more. This is something that you also can look forward if you are coming into the D15. What are you able to correct to expect, right? Because catalyst is something that will help you to increase the price faster. Yeah, so this is a roadmap that I draw out for you. If you buy in a D15 project, well, this year TL Stage 4 Thomson East Coast 9 is going to get in operation. And this is something East Coast coastal residents waited for 37 years before they see their first MRT coming into the East Coast coastal area, right? So this is, in fact, is going to actually maybe draw a lot of attention, and it will definitely create a lot of convenience to the residents here. Because this line go direct to CBD, Orchard Road, it's a direct line, and eventually you'll go to Changi Airport, right? So definitely the convenience will cause the property price to increase further in the eastern side, and those are not very near to MRT also not worried, because you will have a ripple effect. Ripple effect will actually ripple out to the outskirts of the MRT area, and eventually you will still get to enjoy the MRT effects after this line come into operation. Right, Bayshore MRT site GLS will release, and Marina Bay Country Club is moving out, and this is actually one of the big plot of land over there. Right, so once they come out, the government might announce something, and eventually all these are prime land, and they are all 99 years. Right, so if they start to sell land, I can't imagine how much will be the PSF, right, because they are all very prime land. In 2025-2026, you expect more GLS because government just changed the plot ratio, the master plan of these two areas, converted to a residential plot in Tanjong Rhu and in Kallang Airport Way. So this will be expecting some of the announcement moving forwards, right, in this area, and opening of Bedok South and Sungei Bedok Station in 2026, because the TL Stage 4 will stop at Bayshore. These two stations, they will not open until 2026. So once they build, more GLS expected. Right, 2028 we will be looking at for the Fowler Memorial Station. More GLS here, because this is actually one station that they have added additionally to the TL9, and they add in because of the Fowler Memorial. Right, so this area they have to increase the ridership by building more houses. Yeah, so eventually I think we will see more activities upcoming when we move close to 2028 before this station open. Right, in 2030, everybody know the Paya Lebar Airport is moving out, and this east region here, Katong area, is actually affected by the landing path of the fighter jet. Right, that's why we don't see very tall building in this area. But once 2030 airport move, I think the plot ratio in this part of the island might actually increase, and that will cause the land price to go up as well. Right, and I think those residents they are staying now will, I think it's a good news to all of them. Right, and Long Island Plan 2040, a further future, yeah, you'll see additional housing built at the Long Island. So these are something that you can actually look forward in the next 10 years in the east area. I think it's very interesting, and it will really help to further boost up the property price in this region, right? So with this in a nutshell, right timing, right entry price, freehold tenure, low freehold supply, RCR premium, strong catalyst, and it's very safe. So these are the points that I actually put across to all of you with the supporting data, the evidence, the timing, and whether people are able to leverage or not. So these are the things that I have actually shared with all of you in the last 1 hour 15 minutes. And to me, I think this 15 RCR freehold boutique is definitely one of the options for those people who are eyeing to upgrade into a more premium location, into a freehold title. This might be the best timing, right? After year 2000, this might be the best timing. Yeah. And boutique is, I have this slogan, small is the new big now, because of all the data they have shown you. And this is not only an investment, I think it's also a lifestyle investment and a financial future for all of you, right? Small is the new big. Why? Because big opportunity in boutique now, based on all the data I've shown you, right? We are talking about big price gap. We are talking about big saving. We are talking about big convenience because it's RCR location, right? And big affordability because $1,000 per square foot cheaper. Wow, definitely it's much more affordable, and you enjoy a better space, more bedrooms, right? In a boutique project now, and big ROI, big potential upside that I have actually showed to all of you because of the low entry price now, because of the big price gap, because it's actually cheaper than OCR 99 years. And big lifestyle, a lot of privacy for boutique project. Imagine 16 units served by 2 lifts. 2 lifts. Wow, then you go up and down, you don't have to wait for so long. Right? So that is something that the bigger project they are not able to compare with. Right? The lifestyle is definitely different, and your whole 16 units, for example, 16 units, everybody is like your family member. I'm sure you will know every one of them. Right? So that is the beauty of the boutique project as well. Everything is much more easier to manage, right? And we are talking about bigger flexibility, right? In case if you need to hack the wall, all this, you need to change the layout. Boutique project, normally they are on block from the landed property. So when they build up, they are all using those normal traditional method bricks and walls that allow you to hack and change the layout. So it's much more flexible in the way. Yeah, so this is the big opportunity in the landed property, in the boutique project today in day 15.